Tonight's bitter cold is wiping out crops. A farmer in Union County tells us that area alone could take a $15 million hit. New at 10 reporter Deshaun Brown zeroed in on the damage to wheat and learned why that could send meat prices soaring. Deshaun.
Well, Allison, experts say it's really not just that it's been cold, but how long this has been going on. I pulled up our weather app so you can see some of these lows. Look at this, 19 tonight and then 27 again tomorrow. Experts say it's that combination that could wipe out nearly everything.
Farmers say the atmosphere is ripe for total devastation.
This drastic, this cold, this time of year.
That combination could prove lethal to local crops, with many weeks ahead of schedule after a mild winter, and now bracing for near record lows.
We've had ripe berries out there last week that we shouldn't have for another month.
Farmer Alan Balcom of Union County is scrambling to save what he can. So he's covered his strawberry crops not once, but twice.
It's not that it just dips down for 1 hour or 2 hours. It's an extended period. That's where the real damage comes.
But these blankets can't cover everything, like the ocean of wheat drowning this Union County farm, most of which is now at risk.
In another week, these will be brown.
Some of the wheat here is used for grain, but a lot of it also for feed. So if that crop is destroyed, that could also mean price hikes for flour and bread in the coming months, as well as meat.
You know that Mother Nature can be your friend or your foe. And so you go to plan B, whatever plan B is.
And just in Union County, experts predict that loss could reach up to $15 million. But farmers won't know the full extent of that damage until about a week from now. Reporting live uptown, Deshaun Brown, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
The Union County community is giving their time and money to help a family in desperate need. Volunteers are renovating their home to give them a better life. Eyewitness News reporter Deshaun Brown explains what motivated strangers to take on this monumental task.
They're here to build something special for a special someone.
Just seeing how the pieces have come together, it's been amazing.
Since Friday, dozens of volunteers across Union County have been all hands on deck, rebuilding and restoring for Debbie.
She helps people. She feeds a lot of people on this block. She brings them meals. So for us, it was a way to honor somebody who helps other people.
The Monroe mother and grandmother has lived in this home for years, but it's been in her family for generations and at one time housed soldiers. And now the community, including churches, contractors, and men's faith group F3, have stepped in and stepped up just for her.
She had some issues with her house, so we said, hey, let's do it. Let's see if we can help her out and put a new floor in.
So that's where they started, on the floors.
Unfortunately, when we got here, it required a little bit more than a floor.
Volunteers gutted the stove, sink, tub, toilet, nearly rebuilding her house from the ground up and for free.
People started donating thousands of dollars. We originally thought we'd need about $5,000.
Through crowdfunding, volunteers raised more than $10,000, and they're not done yet.
Monday is the day.
That's it. That's the goal.
In Union County, Deshaun Brown, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Volunteers hope to do a big reveal with the homeowner on Monday. In the meantime, they've paid for her to stay in a hotel with her family.
Nearly 200 people stood in solidarity outside the Peach Stand in Fort Mill tonight. America Bryant.
And I'm Scott Wickersham. Tonight, the Peach Stand transformed into a place of remembrance just days after Carson Whitesell was killed there in a senseless shooting. Channel 9's Stephanie Tinoco was there for that emotional service tonight. Stephanie?
Well, Scott, this was an incredibly emotional evening. Carson's family, her boyfriend and friends were joined by hundreds, well over 100 people, some of them strangers who did not know her, and they sang a song, one of her favorites, in her honor.
She's my best friend. It's just so hard to lose her like this. Carson really did have an impact on everybody. I just wish people could have known the Carson that I knew. I just wish, everybody could have met her because she was such a great, loving person.
A light in a dark world. Carson Whitesell's best friends tell me the 19-year-old never met a stranger.
Even if she didn't know you, she talked to you like she did.
evident tonight as nearly 200 people, including some she'd never even met, honored her life.
We've all cried over this, and it's hard to take as a community.
Carson devoted her life to missions and the poor with a heart for God and serving, going on mission trips to Africa, embracing culture she dearly loved, and helping people build shelters for children orphaned by the AIDS crisis.
She's such a giving person, and she loves so much.
She did it because she was a very generous person, and it was what she felt was the best way to serve the world.
And tonight, friends and family have no doubt Carson will continue to serve the world from heaven.
She knew Christ, and she knew she would be in heaven one day. Maybe not this soon, but she knew she would be there one day.
Well, the peach stand has been closed the past couple of days, and the owner says he does want to give his employees time to grieve during this difficult time, and it will be closed again tomorrow. Reporting live in Fort Mill, Stephanie Tinoco, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Mail swiped from more than half a dozen South Charlotte homes in just the past few weeks. New at 10, anchor Scott Wickersham learned both CMPD and the post office are investigating.
Here we have a map of the areas that have been hit. The Postal Service thinks this is enough of a problem to assign a special investigator, and neighbors are wondering what the thieves are doing with what they stole.
Stacy Baum did the smart thing. She had her mail held while she was out of town, but when it was supposed to start coming again, it didn't.
Weeks worth of mail disappeared.
Stolen, she says, July 8th in the South Park area. The same thing happened to David Pierce, who lives a couple miles away on Carmel Park Drive. He says it happened to other neighbors too.
From what I've heard from the emails that we've shared, I mean, they've stolen checks and already utilized those, stolen credit cards, replacement credit cards, and tried to utilize those.
CMPD has reports for 5 other thefts of mail and packages recently within a few miles. 2 more on Carmel Park Drive, and also others on Field Dove Court, Giverny Drive, and Oglukian Road. Some people might not even know it was stolen, or they never called police.
You don't actually know what was stolen. Things could be mailed that you weren't expecting, and they're gone. And it's very frustrating, makes you angry.
The Postal Service assigned a special investigator, but these victims worry even if they are caught, the damage is already done.
They have my credit card information. I don't, so much of what I do and what most people do is online, so it's not, there's not a ton in there. But again, I don't even know.
Pierce says one of their neighbors saw a suspicious car near mailboxes. They took a picture of that car and the license plate and gave that to police. So far, no one's been arrested.